Namaste yogis, welcome back to my channel. I've got a nice little post Valentine's Day flow for you all. And this will be about 15 minutes or so. And all you need is your mat, some water, and your body. We'll go ahead and get started in a cross-legged position here and work with our breath, finding some stillness. Place one hand on the heart, one hand on the stomach, and close those eyes. So going inward here, releasing everything outside of the mat, any noises, any thoughts in your head. Let's take a big breath in here. In through the nose, finding space in the stomach and the chest. Taking that exhale, grounding through your sits bones, relaxing your shoulders down your back. Good, big breath in, finding length in the side body and the spine. Taking that exhale, releasing everything back towards the earth. Good, one more here, biggest breath. And then taking that exhale a little bit longer, releasing something more here. Then continuing that inhale and exhale as we flutter those eyes open. We're going to take a couple circles. So taking those hands on the knees, just gently to the left, to the right. Doesn't matter how big, doesn't matter how small. Just finding space in the side body, in the spine, in the chest, wherever you need it. Let's take it to the other side here. So switching directions a couple of times just like this, warming that body up if you've been sitting all day, maybe traveling, or maybe you just woke up. So maybe you have been laying down for a long time. All right, let's take some side stretches here. We'll start on this right side. Take this right hand over, reach this left arm overhead. And then as we inhale, reach through the top here. Maybe hands come together and we'll switch it to the other side. So one breath to move in here. Inhale to reach. Taking that exhale over to one side. If you want a little bit more on that reach, maybe see if you can tap those pinkies together. Palms facing behind, and then reaching to the other side. And if that doesn't feel good, just keep it with the hands, the palms together. And if you want a little bit more, maybe take the tops of the hands together, and then switch. And then just give me one more on each side, and we'll take it to some cat-cows. All right. Hands come back to the knees here, roll those shoulders down and back a couple times. And then let's take a big breath in, open up the heart, grab those knees, that gaze lifts, and then gently exhale, tuck in that chin, round the back, send it to the back of the mat. Inhale, coming back through, exhale, sending it back. 3 more, just like this, big breath in, open. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. Inhale, open the chest and the shoulders. Taking that exhale, release. Good, 1 more here. Beautiful. Let it go. All right, and we're gonna take some different side reaches here, but behind us. So taking that left hand first, kind of diagonally to that hip, and then you're reaching that right arm back. And then you swoop it forward. Let's take it over to the other side, swooping this left arm forward and back. And then rinse and repeat over back to this left side. So keeping a little micro bend in that elbow if that feels good. Maybe finding a little bit more of a reach every time you return back to the left and to the right. Now, if you want a little something more, when you come back to that left side, maybe lift up those hips and settle back down, coming to the right. You're kind of sending those knees down to press those hips up. Press into those fingertips so that wrist is not doing all the work. Give me one more on each side here. Don't worry if you can't do this, just stay in this reach. You don't need to lift those hips if it feels a little crunchy. And then, all right, we're going to lean back, uncross the legs, give yourself a little windshield wipe here. We're gonna head into reverse tabletop. So send those feet hip width distance, maybe wider. Those feet, toes just out in front, hands behind you about a half a foot or less. Fingertips out or towards the glutes, whatever feels good on those wrists. We're gonna take a big breath in, scoop in that tailbone, lift the hips, open the heart and the shoulders. Maybe keep that chin tucked or release the head. And then inhale, drop it back. And then we'll do it again for 2. Exhale, release. One more here, big breath in. Exhale, sit down, good. Now we've got a little boat pose here. We're gonna lift the feet. Maybe keep those hands out to the side. Maybe float them right by the knees. You can flex or point the toes, whatever feels good. And if keeping your feet up is too much, drop those heels about hip width distance, flexing the feet back and lean back. Whatever variation you have here, take it here. We're gonna take that reverse warrior or reverse tabletop again. So big breath in, drop the feet, position yourself, your hands as well. Send the hips up, the booty up. Take that exhale, sit back down. Inhale to that boat. Exhale, drop the feet. Plant the hands. Inhale, reverse tabletop. You've got one more round of this. Exhale, drop the booty. Inhale for boat. We'll add in one more little spice here. Exhale, drop the feet in the hands. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, slowly drop. Inhale to that boat. Stay here. Hands come at heart center. This is already enough for you. You can just leave out what I'm about to do. But if you're right here with me, you're going to take a crunch over to the right, a little twist more so, and then twist over to the left, and then drop the feet. Let's take a big breath in. Lift the glutes. Exhale, drop. Inhale to bow. Exhale, hands are heart center. Twist to the right. Inhale, twist to the left. And then drop the hands and the feet. Inhale, back to that reverse tabletop. One more time, just like this. Inhale to that boat, whatever variation. Hands come at heart center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Good. Exhale, drop the feet. Inhale, reverse. Nice. All right. Let's cross the ankles in front of us. Let's take a little child's pose or a puppy pose. So knees together for that lower back. Open those knees for the hips. And then if you want that puppy pose, you're opening the shoulders, chest, upper back area as well. So this is really good to, if you open up the knees versus keeping them together in this puppy pose. If you're doing that, you keep the toes flipped just in case. Let that forehead melt to the mat if you can. And we've got to thread the needle. So big breath in, walk those hands back. And then inhale, reach that left arm to the sky. Take that exhale, thread it through. Drop that ear and shoulder. Breathe into that spine. Good, inhale, unthread. Reach that left arm up. Exhale, put it down. Right side, big breath in, open the chest. Take that exhale, thread it through that left. Drop that right ear and that right shoulder. Stay right here. Big exhale, let it go. Inhale, retrace those steps, reach that right arm up, and bring it back down. All right, we've got a little bird dog here. So left leg long, kick it out, reach that right arm out front. Exhale, bring it back down. Left arm lifts, right arm, right leg goes back. We'd be falling on our faces. All right, drop it down. Rinse and repeat. 4 more on each side. Left leg long, right arm out front. Drop it back down. Squeeze that right glute as you lift that right leg. Flexing through the toes, reaching through the fingertips. Drop it back. 3 more. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, drop it. Inhale, left arm, right leg. And drop it. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Take that exhale, release. Inhale, open, lengthen. Exhale, let go. 1 more here. Right arm, left leg, big reach. Exhale, let it go. Let's find some quick cat-cows before we head into camel. So big breath in, drop the belly, gaze lifts. You press out of the shoulders, out of the hands. Take that exhale, round everything in, tuck in the tailbone and the chin. Inhale, little bend in the elbows, gaze lifts. Take that exhale, round. 3 more. Inhale, drop the belly. Add in a little bit of movement on the side body if you'd like. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Good. Inhale. We're going to walk those hands back, coming on to the tops of the feet here. Excuse me, the balls of the feet. So you're sitting on the heels and your toes are flipped here. And if this is where you need to stay for camel, that's perfectly fine. But we're going to go ahead and come up onto our knees. If you need to scrunch in that mat a little bit for some support, if your knees are just feeling too much with just one little layer on your mat, add in a towel, add in a pillow, whatever you need. So for this camel, we're going to take our hands, fingertips facing our glutes, down our legs, and we're going to act like we have jean pockets in our yoga pants and support our lower back. So if this is where you need to stay for this, this is perfect. You're opening the shoulders and the chest. You're going to go a little bit further with me. Let's go ahead. Keep those toes flipped, y'all. Take a big breath in, open the heart here, gaze lifts. And as you take that exhale, squeeze the glutes, kind of tucking in that tailbone just a little bit as you press the hands into those back pockets and lean back. So go however you need to go, however far that is. Maybe it's just a couple inches. That's perfect. We're going to do this one more time. So take a big breath in, lengthen that spine, release down to the feet, the heels. And then wring out the hands maybe for a sec, and let's come back into that camel. All right, so get yourself situated, hands coming into the lower back there, those back pockets, flipping the toes, maybe if you want to release them, you can, but I suggest you just keep them flipped. So take a big breath in, open the heart, lengthen that spine again, shoulders back and down. Take that exhale, press into the glutes. Into that lower back, lean back. And if you want to try to reach for those heels, maybe grab with one hand, maybe alternate. Don't try to reach if it's too uncomfortable, but squeeze those glutes and you'll feel them in your hands. All right, take a big breath in, return back to a lengthened spine and release the tops of the feet as you slowly melt the booty to the heels. Bring those knees together, roll those shoulders back and down a couple times, maybe roll them forward. And then heading into a little rabbit pose, just the opposite movement here or pose. So hands right by the shins, and then we're just gonna release the top of the head towards the knees, but we're gonna melt it to the mat. So stay right here if this is enough, kind of gently pressing into the forehead to open your neck here, the back of the neck. And if you want a little bit more,
I want you to lift those hips up a little bit, kind of roll to the top of the head, and open up a little bit more. Nice little reverse pose of camel, reverse pose. Just a different pose, a counter pose is what I'm trying to say to that camel. All right, drop the hips. Take a big breath in, rise up, and let's find a seated position on our mat to end class. We're gonna do a little bit something different to end class here, just because Valentine's Day was the other day. So crisscross, applesauce, we're gonna close our eyes. Hands come together, not at heart center, but prayer hands out in front of the heart. And we're going to rub the hands together to create a little fire, create some energy here. So starting out slow, relaxing the body here, just working the hands, working a little bit faster here, creating that spark, creating that flame, a little bit quicker here. And then going as fast as you can, creating that warmth in the hands here. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Separate those hands, feel that energy, and then take those hands over your heart. Now I want you to say something inside your head here to yourself. Something nice. Maybe something you need to say to yourself. Something gentle. It could be a simple thank you. Maybe I love you. Whatever it is, take this moment right here and breathe into those words. And then maybe set that intention or those words to keep with you throughout the rest of your day, throughout the rest of your week and month. And then place those hands together, heart center, thumbs plugging into the chest, and bow inwards. Honoring your love, your light, your energy, and effort. My love and light honors your love and light. Namaste. Thank you all so much for tuning in.